Hello, Switch Double here. I'm gonna talk about this particular theory and also more question. Why saw Grogar summoned Kosugo? I can see why that he summoned Sombra, Crystallis, and Terek because they were major villains in the past. But why would he summon Kosugo, a young filly? She hasn't been doing much as a havoc except like the others are. But the major effect she had been doing was how she was draining magic in from Equestria. So why would Grogar need her service? I mean, she's just a filly. She is not a unicorn so why would he need her help? That has been puzzles me, at least why that he summoned her. I cannot even see why he needed her help. Because if he needed some big major help with some his big plans, could be Tirek, Sombra, and Chrysalis. But a filly, why just her? She could have he could have maybe like summon Nightmare Moon, if that was possible. So why would he summon suddenly Kosugo? I believe that only he thought that he potentially as a good villain after he saw that she tried to drain the magic from Equestria with help from Tyrion. But why would he suddenly use a filly? Well, here's one I believe it could be. Like Chrysalis, she could just not walking around in towns for any like her in her personal old self because that would draw attention. And Sombra, he would also be immediately recognized. But since we know Sombra had his own attention, his own plans, so Sombra, he is out of this question from this, and Tirek of all, he would not be able to walking around in town without drawing any attention. The only time he can walk around towns in the middle of the night. But stealing magic from ponies only get one problem. He will get larger and also that attention with ponies suddenly lack of magic would only draw more attention also to one conclusion. Terek is back. And they will be able to find him fast before having drained a lot more ponies. But I don't think that is the indication here. What if he was going to use Kosugo? She would be the perfect spy for the Grogar to go in towns searching for information that the others couldn't. Well, except for Crystallis. She could use her magic to transforming her into a pony. But her desire for love to feed on could be overwhelming her, seeing so many ponies, so happy faces, many families with young children that so much love that she can use to eat on. So why would that not be the case here? So the only two characters from Grogar's summon could only be used as Chrysalis and Kosugo. But I'm not so sure if Chrysalis can handle that attention, the desire for more love to feed on, because if she is in a major city like Manhattan, with thousands, perhaps hundreds of ponies, with so much happiness, so much love, she could probably not handle this urge to feed on the love from the ponies. That will also draw attention to her. So I think it's a possibility why Grogar summoned and needed Kosugo. Like for example, he can send Sombra, Chrysalis, and Tirek and to another part of a mission and sending Kosugo by herself to major cities as undercover agent or undercover spy, what she could gather information, she can walk around town, she can fly into town without draw any attention. Like she's a normal filly, she's like 10 years old and she can act friendly. She did that and she fooled every of the main six and the young six. So why would she not be able to do that for him? Like, if she wants to be as a big villain as Tyrek, Chrysalis, and Sombra in the past, so why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she be able to try to get Grogar to trust her and that she needs him? And that he needs her for something. Like, it is a possibility that he can use her for a spy for in a major cities to get more information, like, but without one place that she couldn't go to is Cantlot and Pony. Because since the Ponyster knows how they knows how she looks and her name, and that would be a big disaster if she even get close to those two cities there. So why would then suddenly Grugar need her service? And at least one big question here is, why would he summon her? I mean, if he summoned Tyrek, Chrysalis, Sombra, that can I perfectly understand. These are big major villains, but Cosmo, she has never done much trouble like they have, except not she's really magic. But much more has to be questioned here. Why would an ancient villain need a filly to be part of his minions? There could be many reasons. There could be so many questions there, many reasons, and you have to go for a fact that she could have been a much valuable resource for him. That she can go to cities and to towns without draw any attention. That she can just looking around and search for more information about, maybe finds where to find this ancient bell that he is perhaps looking for. Who knows? Though I'm not the only one who has been thinking about this particular why Grogar needed, or at least summoned, Kozuko. Another brony by the name Dr. Wolf. He made his own video, which I will leave in the description box below. What he titled is, "Why does Grogar need Kozuko?" And he makes a very much a good point. Why would he bring other of the major villains, but except from her? She's not that kind of big major villain, because Sombra, he has done such bad things in the past, and this now, and the Tyrek tried to take over Equestria at least twice, and those other things that, and Chrysalis, she is probably one of the biggest. She tried to take over Equestria from during the Countdown wedding, and with the help when she catched all the villains, all the other heroes, and replaced them with Shinjins. So why would he needed a young Philip Payasai to his big plan? That puzzles me, and we don't even know about it yet, because we might discussing about this for days, for weeks, or perhaps until we find out his true big plan he has been planning for himself over the past centuries. But the question to be answered, why he needs Kozuko? That is the answer I can't provide at the moment. I know that I consider it and had to be much do research, but I could also be asking the same question to other bronies, what they believe. They could have brought a different answer. Some could say that, oh, he needs her for, maybe there's some, to act as a spy for him, to spy in cities, to find some information that he needs, and that might be true. And some others could say, oh no, he needs her because he thinks that she could be has potential to be showing the big major villain. She managed to reign in magic from Equestria by herself with some help from Tyrek. And also a good point. Tyrek did actually help her with that. So why would then not the if Tyrek didn't help her, would Grogar be able to use her? And that absolute as a question is to be a no. Grogar would not have been using her if she hasn't even had the help from Tyrek by draining the magic from Equestria. But I don't even know myself why he suddenly needs a filly. Because the others have their potential. Sombra, he has dark magic. And Chrysalis, she has shapeshifting. And Tyrek, he can absorbing magic to be a giant centaur. So why wouldn't he need a filly? She's not like she wouldn't be able to use magic herself. And so why would he use her? That is a question that I can't even give much a proper answer for. But I can provide some details why this he is a possibility why he would need her. I mean, there is a possibility that he needs her that she can go to some towns looking for information and perhaps going to towns hearing some rumors talking about if the main six has any idea why suddenly those two big heroes are the big villains is attacking suddenly why is Sombra returned and how he returned or if they or but at the same time Grogar has his dead ball in his lair. So it is possibility he can just see from that in out of Equestria, seeing how Pawn is living, but at the same time he could provide it by using Cosglow as a spy to get more information what his magical ball couldn't provide him with. That is also a possibility. But even though Cosglow had no idea who the Grogar were when she met them in the first place. So, but it is so much more that we can't even talk about. Even there's a very limit of information why he suddenly needs Cosglow in his big plan and why he has summoned her as part of it. I mean, there were so much details that hasn't been revealed yet. Even considering the fact and then saying maybe he doesn't need her at all. Perhaps he needs summoned her, believes that she has the potential to be a big villain because Tyrek was in the same cell with her. Oh, well, same cell, but the same place as neighbors. So, otherwise from that, I have no idea. Much to why Sombra, Tyrek, and Chrysalis were summoned. But Kozu, that is a big question mark. Why a big ancient villain needs a young filly Pegasi to be part of his minions. Perhaps he saw her that she is a true villain in her heart, and as after what she did with some help from Tyrek, can show that she could have some potential to be something greater with her help, with his help. Perhaps he could maybe provide her some magical spells in her, like transforming her into a unicorn or something. But that is also the question. If he be able to do that, she will need time to be used to be a unicorn. That is not even possible. Or even transforming her to an alicorn, and will also make time to get used to magic and flying at the same time. Well, everyone, that is what I believe were my thoughts and theory about this. But if you have your own opinions, leave that in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Switch over and out.